Remember when you wanted to stop? That's what I just heard in my head after making it to my finish line of this run. And I was like, yeah, I remember. Part of me about halfway in was like, can we just stop now? You know? And I was really feeling the resistance, of course. And really, when I'm running, the best defense mechanism of that is to not cater to those thoughts and to return my focus again and again on my breath, the music, maybe if I have music on, or the sounds around me. That's what I focus on. I've also been focusing on my breath a lot, well, because I'm a meditation practitioner, but also because I still breathe through my mouth a lot while running. I don't know if it's due to having a deviated septum. Now you can look up my nose. And that deviated septum was definitely caused by allergies, which I had growing up until about 3 years ago, something around there, until I had a big break in my health journey, basically. And I'll make a video on allergies if you're curious. Allergies and some do's and don'ts to try out to improve and really kick allergies to the curb. Anyway, mouth breathing, if you have not heard, is very unhealthy for us in many ways, including oral hygiene. I say this with my very dirty nails, by the way. I have to announce them, I suppose, because I live outdoors, and even though I clean these every day, they are still so dirty. They just get it immediately. Florida nails, Colorado nails. Check it out. As I've taken up running again in this year of my life, I had a break where I just didn't really run much, and now I am kind of craving it again, you know. I came back to it realizing, man, I struggle to breathe through my nose while running. And so I'm like, can I improve this? It's actually that, for me, is where a lot of most of the resistance is coming from when I'm running. And it was always like this because I had a much lower lung capacity when I was younger because I had asthma, which I outgrew, but I struggled with it in soccer practice, and I had to have an inhaler sometimes. And then I struggled again when I took up running around, like, when I was, I think, 26 or 27, and I'd run in a group and we'd do 5Ks and 7Ks and stuff. And at first it was so hard for me to just breathe through it. But just keep doing it, and it's just day after day, my capacity expanded, right? So just keep going, right? So now I am working on trying to increase that capacity to be able to breathe through my nose more and more and more till I'm not really breathing through my mouth anymore while running. I have a little bit of a love-hate with running. The hate is really in the resistance, but the love, there's love, more loves outweighing, or likes outweighing the dislikes of running. Such as, I like that you can get your cardio going really fast, get yourself more energetic, get moving faster in a shorter space of time. You can burn more calories if you want, or just build up from there. And also the element I love of going fast with my own body. It's like just the most amazing thing when I think of it, right? And just getting to see things pass me by. And it's like, no, I'm not in a car. My body is doing this. It's just like such a cool experience. And I don't know if I would ever be a big marathon runner, but it must be just exhilarating for them. And, you know, of course, the runner's high comes in at certain distances and speeds, I suppose. Speeds too, right? Or length of time. I Another thing I love about running is that it gives me the gusto to just continue doing something. Like, it helps me get through a lot of other resistance that has nothing to do with running, with other things. If there's something that's a challenge, I know this sounds so basic, it's like, just keep going. Just keep going it. Just keep showing back up to the plate. Like, I remember in acting, when I was an actress, a lot of the time I would hear to just keep showing up, because there are a lot of people who, you know, they say they want to get a role, let's say, but they don't show up for whatever reason. There's many, right? And there's many people who became very successful actors who they say, like, I just kept showing up, right? So just keep showing up. It's basic as fuck, but it works. And what happens though, let's address one thing, is the defeatist mindset, the fixed mindset, the victim mentality that's like, well, I didn't show up today, what's the point? I'll do it tomorrow, and we don't do it. We could also file this under something called all or nothing thinking, or black and white thinking. These are cognitive distortions that are noted in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which is an amazing type of therapy that you can do. It's like self-therapy that you do. Of course, a therapist could practice it with you or a coach could practice it with you in, you know, a session, but really it's when we do it constantly. Whenever we pick up one of these cognitive distortions, we do it on the spot, right? Oftentimes it's done by paper, which is very effective. But this all or nothing thinking, it's like this, well, I already fucked up so bad, I'm such a failure, what's the point? Defeatist mentality, victim mentality sometimes is, it's like, poor me, poor me. Look, even after all of these years of doing personal development, of healing, there's still a little bit of that will trickle in for me here and there. Naturally so. And you know what? I'm not trying to get rid of it. Who knows if it'll go away? There could be a little element that pops up. That's how healing is, and growth. It's non-linear. When this comes up for me, I just see it for what it is. I don't need to belittle it. You know, it's like a small self that doesn't believe in itself, right? I could view it like that. Or there are times where I quickly let it go. It's not crying out to me that much that I need to give it a little bit of attention. Sometimes it's like, see it, but I'm choosing this immediately. And I'm choosing what it is that I want to pursue. In this case, to continue running on the trail, or to continue making these videos, no matter how much the negative critic wants to berate them or pick them apart and all of that and make me get nothing done. No, we're gonna keep getting back up to the plate, right? So whatever it is, just continue. Keep getting back onto the horse. And the more that you get back onto the horse, your days that you are back on the horse will be so continuous that you won't want to stop. And then you'll reach another issue that can happen to some of us, like it did to me, which is where I would get a little bit scared if I needed to take a day off for some reason. And that is a different subject for having not just compassion, but fostering discipline and taking time off that's necessary, right? That's a different kind of discipline, to not have that kind of all or nothing thinking that is too afraid to stop something for a day, to take a break, etc. Right? With that being said, thank you for joining me again today. I am going to do a cold plunge now. It is day 24. I'm going to measure the water out, do my breath work, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, this water is about 55 degrees. It's pretty cold, pretty similar to most other days. the breath work is so much easier after running. Let's also credit the fact that I am in one of the highest altitudes around. I don't know this spot yet. Wow, that's cold today, even after a run. Let's see how long it takes to get adjusted. Oh man, that was cold. That was cold, 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 cold. But it's getting better, it's getting better. Ay, ay, ay. I still haven't dunked my head under this year. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not. Maybe I will. Oh gosh, now I've got the idea in me, so I might do it, but I don't know how long I'd do it for. Not long. Not this time this long. It's still a bit cold. Now I'm in like a very cold jacuzzi. We made our goal. And now that's cold. Thanks for joining me. Just keep getting back up to the plate, and I'll see you tomorrow in day 25. Like this video, share it, and subscribe. Mwah.